Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this lecture, I am solving problem 3.83 from the book Thermodynamics in Engineering Approach by CENGEL 7th edition. So, problem statement is the pressure is in an automobile tire depends on the temperature of the air in the tire. First, I write given data. So pressure will depend on the temperature. That is basically Gauss's law. Pressure is directly proportional to temperature. When the air temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, initially when the temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, the pressure gauge read 210 kilopascal. Initial gauge pressure, initial P1 G, initial gauge pressure is equal to 210 kilopascal. If the volume of the tire is 0.025 cubic meter, initially volume is 0.025 cubic meter. Determine the pressure rise in the tire. Find pressure rise. Pressure rise in the tire. This is required. When the air temperature in the tire rise to 50 degrees, T2 is 50 degrees centigrade. Now also determine the amount of air that must be bled up to restore. First, find rise in pressure. Number second, determine the amount of air that must be bled up to restore pressure to its original value. Original value is initially 210 kilopascal gauge. So find the mass of the air after removing the mass of air bleed up. Bleed up mean to be removed. To be removed. Air to be removed. Find the mass of air to be removed if the pressure is restored to initial pressure of 210 kilopascal. So one is rise in pressure, second mass of air bleed up if the pressure is restored to its initial gauge pressure of 210 kilopascal. So here the important point is we will use assumption that air is a perfect gas. So we will use perfect gas equations. So convert all temperature into degree centigrade, all degree centigrade into Kelvin. So we know that T1 is equal to 25 degrees centigrade, which is equal to 25 plus 273 Kelvin, which is equal to 298 Kelvin. T2 is equal to 50 degrees centigrade, which is equal to 50 plus 273 Kelvin, which is equal to 323 Kelvin. And P1G is 210 kilopascal. I can write this as 200 pascal. Kilo means 1000, multiply by 1000. So I can write in this form. And in the statement, at the end of the statement, assume the atmospheric pressure is 100 kilopascal. PATM is equal to 100 kilopascal. So we know that P absolute is equal to gauge pressure plus atmospheric pressure, and the this pressure is basically gauge pressure. So first we will convert this to absolute pressure to use the perfect gas equation. So P1 basically this is absolute. P1 absolute is equal to P gauge 1 P1 gauge plus PATM, which is equal to 210 kilopascal plus 100 kilopascal. Atmospheric pressure is 100 kilopascal. So P1 absolute is equal to 310 kilopascal. Now we know that from the statement initial from given data that P is proportional to T. So P is equal to CT. C is constant. So P by T is equal to constant. Or P1 divided by T1 is equal to P2 divided by T2. So rearrange this equation and find P2. So P2 is equal to P1 into T2 divided by T1. P1 is basically absolute pressure, 310 kilopascal. Multiply by T2 is 323 Kelvin. Divided by T1 is 298 Kelvin. So T2, this Kelvin will be cancelled. This Kelvin and unit will be kilopascal. And simplify this value. So this will be equal to 300. Sorry, this is P2. This is not. This is P2. This is P2. 336 kilopascal. So this is basically absolute pressure. This is basically absolute pressure. So convert this value into gauge pressure. So we know that as P2 absolute is equal to P2 gauge plus atmospheric pressure. So find P2 gauge from this equation. P2 absolute minus PATM. So P2 absolute is 330 kilopascal minus PATM is basically 100 kilopascal. This is basically 100 kilopascal. So P2 gauge pressure is equal to 236 kilopascal. So this is the gauge pressure. So pressure rise. Now pressure, we have to find pressure rise. So pressure rise in the tyre. Initially it was 210 gauge. Initially gauge P1 gauge was 210. This is initial gauge, and finally gauge pressure is 236. So pressure rise will be difference of these two values. So pressure rise in the tyre is equal to P2 gauge minus P1 gauge. So P2 gauge is 236 kilopascal and P1 gauge is 210 kilopascal. So pressure rise in the tyre is equal to 26 kilopascal. Now we have to find the mass of air bleed up or removed if the pressure is restored to initial pressure. So now we have to find mass of air to bleed off or removed, to bleed off to restore air to 210 kilopascal at temperature T2. So for this first we find M2. So M is equal M2 with the final mass. M2 is equal to P2 V2, V is constant, divided by RT2. So P2 is basically, here we will put absolute pressure. So P2 is 336 kilopascal. In ideal case equation we will use absolute pressure, not gauge pressure. So this is absolute is 336 kilopascal, multiply by volume is 0.025 cubic meter, which is given. Value of R per year is 287 joule per kilogram per Kelvin, and T2 is 323 Kelvin. So M2 is equal to 336 multiplied by kilo means 1000. Pascal is equal to Newton per square meter multiplied by 0.025 cubic meter divided by 287. Joule is equal to Newton meter and per kilogram per Kelvin multiplied by 323 Kelvin. So this Kelvin will be cancelled with this Kelvin. This Newton will be cancelled with this Newton. This per meter square and per meter. This will be meter cube, and this meter cube will be cancelled with this meter cube. Now final will be, this is per kilogram in denominator. So in double division this will be in numerator. So answer of M2 will be in kilogram. And 336 multiplied by 1000 multiplied by 0.025 and divided by these two values. So the final answer will be 0.0906. This is mass of air finally. Now this is mass of air finally in the tire. Now mass after bleeding. We find mass after bleed up to remove the air. Now mass of mass after air bleed up. Let's suppose this is M3. So M3 is equal to P3 V divided by R T2 RT3. So P3 is basically now to restore those. P3 is equal to P1. P3 to restore to initial. So P3 is basically P1 because at this stage, and this is absolute pressure, gauge pressure, this is gauge pressure. So absolute pressure will be 310 to restore to this value, absolute 310, and gauge this is equal to 210. So P3 is equal to 310 kilopascal. Kilo is equal to 1000, just like above, and pascal is equal to Newton per square meter. Volume is 0.025, volume is constant, and R value is 287 joule per kilogram. So joule is equal to Newton meter per kilogram per Kelvin, and T is 323 Kelvin. So Kelvin will be cancelled with Kelvin, Newton with Newton, per meter and per square meter with meter cube will be cancelled with meter cube. So simplify this, and final answer is 0.0836 kilogram. 0.0836 kilogram. Now this is mass of final mass of air, and this is mass of the air after removing. It means that final mass of air, this is final mass of air entire. This is basically M2. When mass is removed, when air is removed, then mass is M3. Now how many mass is removed? So we will subtract M3 from M2. It means that final mass is M2. When air is removed, then mass is M3. Now how many air is removed? That will be M2 minus M3. So mass of air bleed up are removed when the pressure is restored to initial pressure. Initial pressure P1 gauge is basically 210 kilopascal, and this pressure in absolute is equal to 310 kilopascal. This is initial pressure. So this will be M is equal to m2 minus m3. So this is m3. So m is equal to m2 is 0.0906 kilogram minus m3 0.096 and minus 0.0836 kilogram. So mass of air to be removed is basically 0.007 kilogram. And if you want to convert this into grams, so this will be equal to 0.007 multiplied by 1000 gram, because kilo is equal to 1000, so mass is equal to 7 gram. And this is the final answer. So pressure rise in the problem is 26 kilopascal, and mass of air to be removed is 7 kilogram. So for more problems, please like and subscribe my YouTube channel and share with your friends. Thank you.